Thank you. As you just indicated, the first resolution is just that, ratification with the amendments. The second is to create the PMD, the Plan Local Use Development, which is the zone change. The third general ordinance is to put this on the map at Ridge Hill. And the fourth resolution is to agree, which perhaps you, Mr. President, may want to speak to regarding the direct access to the spring or parkway and what the developer has agreed to the eventuality that should happen. That's my colleagues to vote with me on all four of these. We need to take them.
I expect we'll have some discussion about it first, but I'd like to have discussion on, consistent with what I said during my campaign to be on the City Council President and during my first 6 months, that we need to identify a direct access from the Springbrook Parkway in and out of Ridge Hill to minimize the traffic on Tuckahoe Road and maximize the tax benefits to the City of Yonkers, and both need to be memorialized in writing. In fact, I remember standing with Marie Murray on Tuckahoe Road saying that the Egyptians could build pyramids, we could figure out a way of climbing the ridge of the spring, off the spring into the project, and I believe that we have found that ridge. As was said in the charrette, it's difficult. We have to get permission in writing. We will have a guaranteed minimum tax payment agreement that the IDA will approve, perhaps if they're meeting on Thursday morning or perhaps at a later date, if it's not agreed upon by that point. In addition to this, the developer has also committed to contribute $3 million to build a new firehouse to service the area. And Terry, it's not going to be $12 million. They're going to build it for $3 million. The city will come up with the land, and that will be a separate project with its own environmental. And $10 million for ramps from the Parkway to Ridge Hill to service a recreational boating facility that's constructed on the former Spring Reservoir, which will also be effective mitigating traffic on Tuckahoe Road. You know, as I said, this last piece requires the county to take the 500 cars off Tuckahoe Road, but Tuckahoe Road will not be less congested unless we leave the four directional flows reduced to be able to get in and out of the project from the spring south and to do the northbound turnover and not get the other is not bad. Now, it is true that we haven't got it yet, and we need to work together to get it. In addition, the developer has committed to negotiating with the town of Bloomberg on traffic mitigation and a slight reduction of the retail density as a condition to settling that town's lawsuit and keeping Greenberg's support of the recreational boating project. Some tremendous recreational gems in this area, from Jones Beach to Orchard Beach, and I really see the recreational boating on the Grassy Spring as another recreational gem.
It's a gem, all right.
Yes, it is a former reservoir. It's not used as a reservoir. The water quality is not good enough to be a reservoir, and I suspect by the time we fix it up to have recreation. Would you like to speak on any of these other four issues?
How could you be on a one-way street, a dead end and a one-way street?
If there are no other comments, then I'll call for the vote. Okay. Okay, John. We can move transmission wires, we can move lights.
You need an $80,000 feasibility study. My view on this project is well known. Frankly, I'm not going to touch on the details of the project at all tonight. I've made my position clear. We know what needs to be done to make this a great project it could be, and I don't need to reiterate that. All I intend to do, or intended to do tonight, is say thank you. To address myself to the community leaders and community members who have stuck with us thick and thin for 2.5 years. But one of the speakers tonight identified those community leaders as bored housewives. So I think tonight I'll just say thank you and thank God for bored housewives.
All right, John.
I don't know how a man can be a bored housewife, but to a man and a woman, it been at every meeting, not just the public hearings, but every meeting. They've worked with us, they've worked for us, more importantly, they've worked for the city. And for that, they deserve credit. I'm actually very encouraged by what I heard from those speakers tonight, simply because it sounds like the fight is still in them. My biggest fear was they just get disgusted and go away. And we're not even talking about the fight over Ridge Hill. They've got their 5 votes and it's going to pass tonight. And hopefully what Mr. Leslie is working towards will happen. I don't know. So I'm not talking just about Ridge Hill. I'm talking about the future of our city. First of all, give yourself credit. Celebrate the victories you did have. You didn't get everything you wanted, not by a long shot. But you filed a lawsuit and you won a lawsuit which upheld the rule of law that had nothing to do with Ridge Hill, but everything to do with how this city and this council conducts its business. And because of what you did, a judge told them what they did was illegal, and you won that victory, and you were to be congratulated. As one of the speakers said, you did get whatever concessions are here. Nobody sitting on this side of the table should take credit for what you achieved. When this project was voted months ago, we're now told illegally, but nonetheless, when it was voted, none of the things that people are claiming they got were gotten in. They were all gotten in